is Saurabh, and you're listening to my favorite talk show, The Weekly Show with Aditya.
Another week starting as the first half of 2021 comes to an end and things are beginning to get sane. Not normal, but sane, because there was no new normal. For me, anything like work from home or adapting to remote technology, video conferencing is not new normal, because such things have been happening for decades. But because we did not adapt it, or it wasn't part of our routine, it was surprising to us. Though for me, video conferencing using pseudo media more and more for publicity and pretending to be the good people is not new, nor is anything like this talk show. There's nothing special about a talk show. Well, this talk show is special, but overall, this medium has been used for decades. We may call it a podcast, which is a juvenile name, but it has been used for the past 15, 16 years. And what baffles me is that the pseudo media has been there for nearly 2 decades, since 2003, 2004. Why are we seeing it as some kind of a disruptive thing? What were the first 16 years like? Throughout the time pseudo media has been used, whether it's Indian version called the Poo or Twitter or Facebook or whatever it is, there's nothing new in that. So there's sudden concern of whether they are intermediaries, whether they are publishers, whether they are content creators, whether they can block someone because of their views. That's irrelevant, but that will be talked about later. Another week starts as the second half of the year is coming to an end. 6 months are being done. Some conversations are irritating, some things are getting better, though I want more things to open up and forget about all this mask charade and pseudo distancing. But let's keep that in the back burner and look at the highlights for this morning's episode. So the highlights will be: there was an outage of some kind. What was the outage? Well, that shall be known as this episode will continue. It was a miracle, and the song for this morning's episode is Nobody's Home by Kansas. So let's begin with the song. It's empty now, no friendly face, and nothing lives within. I look round and I find no trace to tell me what has been. So far, I have come to find there is no one here. No life and fear I came for, nothing they have gone, and nobody's home I came to learn, perhaps to teach. But I can tell somehow the world that I was sent to reach has got no future now. Doesn't this song look contemporary? It's empty now, no friendly face. Yes, and nothing lives within. I look around and I find no trace. People are locked up inside their own homes. to tell me what has been so far. I have come to find there is no one here, no life and fear. Well, we can change this line: no life and full of fear. I came for nothing, they have gone, and nobody's home. I came to learn, perhaps to teach, but I can tell somehow the world that I was sent to reach has got no future now. That's true. Across the galaxy to spread the word, and no one heard. I came for nothing, I am done, and nobody's home. A requiem was never sung, no elegy was read, no monument was carved in stone in memory of the dead. Maybe that's being done. For those who made this play do not remain, they feel no pain. A stranger fate was never known. Well, it is strange with the paranoia rising day by day about pseudo distancing and pseudo virus and pseudo media. I don't fear either of them. I don't fear the pseudo media. I'm not on pseudo media, so I don't care what people say on that. If somebody is being trolled, well, that's their problem. If you are being trolled, just go off it. Don't reply. Don't tell people I don't reply. Just don't reply. Don't block them. Don't reply. It's as simple as that. If you feel hurt anytime somebody says something on pseudo media, on Poo or Twitter or Facebook, then you are not fit. That's my analysis. If people feel bad, well, let them feel bad. Doesn't make a difference to me. But let's get on with the theme, the main theme of this morning's episode. Let's get to the main theme of this morning's episode: Outage, a miracle. Those who are obsessed about the necessary evil called the internet. Yes, it's a necessary evil. Can't do without it, can't do with it. And every time we discuss technology as a technology is this new thing that has emerged from nowhere. It's been there for decades. Computers have been there for the past 150 years. Yes, the design has changed. They have become faster processors, but computer is eventually a computer. All this excitement about digitization is absolute hogwash. There's nothing special about it. I've been
It's
using
10:15.
such technologies even before people knew about such technologies. I've been using a computer for the past 30 years, even before the people who think themselves as expert in computers even knew what a computer was. So it's nothing new to me. whether it's a smart TV or a pseudo smart TV or the 80s style TV, doesn't bother me. Overall, internet is a necessary evil. So on Tuesday, 8th of June at 15:30 hours IST, the world went analog. What does it mean? Let's discuss this. Those who were on their computers and were visiting some websites or were on pseudo media posting there and wasting their time posting comments saw that the website didn't respond with users said that they were receiving error messages including error 503, service unavailable, and connection failure when attempting to visit various websites. Doesn't matter, it's a minor thing. As I said, internet is a necessary evil. Let's discuss this further. Any reason to panic? No. So websites go offline. Fine. It's not as if you're doing something important. Even if you're doing something important, just restart. Plenty of time on hands. You're stuck in your homes, nowhere to go. Nobody's home, nobody's outside. Right now, it's all about no life and full fear. Just restart. There's no time wastage. Just restart. What's the big deal? And then our dependency on internet, with internet being a necessary evil, is subjective. Am I dependent? Yes, 50%. But if I have to take a break, if the power goes off, well, power never goes off. But if there's a problem with the internet, it's slow. Nothing. I have backups. Yes, there are alternatives. Read books or magazines or just do nothing. If you cannot text someone, and when the message will reach them, it will reach them. If you cannot text them through pseudo apps, then use the normal texting service. It's not a big deal. But let's discuss it as to how this particular outage happened, and this outage caused outrage. The blame has been pointed at Fastly, an American cloud computing services firm. So, what is Fastly? Fastly operates as a content delivery network, or CDN, which means most sites are hosted by Fastly. So, if there's a problem with this CDN, then the websites go down. CDNs are networks of servers and data centers distributed around the world that allow for transfer of assets needed for loading internet content. The company describes its technology as an edge cloud platform, which essentially means it places its infrastructure closer to the location where it's needed to offer user faster response time. And according to a few experts, this is what happens when half of the internet relies on Goliaths like Amazon, Google, and Fastly for all of its services and web services. Well, let me tell you, for me, Amazon, Google, Microsoft, Apple, a few Indian companies like Poo and Koo and whatever, they are not Goliaths. They're not Davids. For me, Google is still a startup. There's nothing special about what Google does. I can go to the library and get more information. I can get a book of the 1780s, and I'd rather borrow a book from the library or buy an old book. Yes, I may have to go to Amazon or whatever it is to buy a book, but I can go to the market and buy a book. Why not? Why would I not go and buy an old book from the market? If I have to, I will. I will buy a book. If I can do it on the internet, I can go to the mall, which are miraculously open, go there, buy a book. Yes, I pride in buying a book. I like it, and then I'll read it. I'll slowly read it, because the fun of buying a book from a brick and mortar store cannot be competed by your online stores. Online stores are good, but they are for the lazy. I did buy because shops were shut. Now that the shops are open, I'll just go and buy. Maybe not too many books, but something. Yeah, for me, books don't create controversies. Even if the book has controversial content, I'm not the kind of person who is hurt easily. I read all kinds of content and then I write my own analysis of that content. Even when I watch a TV show, it may be controversial, it may hurt certain people, but that's on those people. If they are hurt by creative content, by content that is fiction and it's partly based on facts and real life events which are then given poetic license, poetic justice, and exaggerated, then what's the big deal? Whatever it may be, just enjoy it. Don't get carried away. And in the same way, internet goes down, switch off your desktop, laptop, phone, tab, whatever you have. Tell people that there's a problem with the internet, I log in again. Internet problems will happen no matter we go to 5G, 10G, 20G. Doesn't make a difference which part of the world we are in, whether it's an outage or slow internet services. Yes, I've been part of enough online meetings. Slow internet services are a part of the package deal. It will happen. It will slow down. It does look irritating, but there's nothing you can do about it. Only the person whose internet is slow, they can work to make sure that they buy a better connection. But we cannot tell them that because it's up to them. Not, yes, one can talk about discrimination if a part of the world has faster internet services and another part or region of a country has slow services. It can happen. That's the package deal with having internet, whether it's 400 Mbps or 20 Mbps, whether there's a couple of bufferings happen, log in again. Yes, it's understandable, it can be irritating, but that's the package deal you have to accept. And therefore books and magazines are perfect, not affected by the internet. All you need is good enough light to read, put the book down, take a break, move around, do something analog, anything. Write one word a day from your dictionary. Use a dictionary to improve your grammar, vocabulary, whether it's a regional dictionary or Hindi, English, French, German, whatever. And that's the way it's going to be. So yes, outage, bad news, but nothing to panic about. So yes, for a while people could not access Amazon. Fine, shut it down. Or they could not access Facebook. Facebook isn't that important that you need to access it. So yeah, outage happens. It's a miracle. There's an alternative. Don't be so dependent on the internet. Well, that's paradoxical because we are dependent and then we say we are not dependent, despite the fact that most of these pseudo media and these pseudo Goliaths have been there for nearly 25 years. Google has been there, or whatever their primary companies has been there for nearly 2.5 decades. Yet we look at this as something special. There's nothing special. YouTube has been known to people for the past 20 years. Everyone knows there's a YouTube. Yes, YouTube changes its policies because they want to adapt to modern times, but right now 2001 isn't much different from 2021. Internet doesn't, and your viewpoints, that's subjective. Once again, pseudo media, 300 words is not enough to put forth your ideas, and for most of the people it's a publicity stunt. So just relax. It goes off, it goes off. That's the way it is. Buffering happens, accept it. If your internet is good, accept it. If your internet is struggling, accept it. There's nothing you can do about it. And that's why that outage was necessary. Have backup plans, do something analog, not digital, not on the computer. And it's a good time to take a break. And that's how it should be read. No need to panic because internet is unnecessary evil, and the dependency on internet is subjective.
For more awesome content, tune in to the next episode of the weekly show with
This ends episode number 377 on the 14th of June 2021. Stay tuned for the next episode number 378 on the 16th of June 2021 at 10 a.m. IST. You can also read my books available on Amazon, ebook format and hard copy, though I would suggest hard copy because it's fun to read, and hard copy is hard copy no matter whether it's 2001, 2021, 21, 21, 24, 21, 3021. Hard copy is hard copy. Nothing can substitute for it. No emotions about ebook because they don't take so much of space. Well, that's hogwash. So do read my book, The Fifth Empire and Beyond the TV, and if possible, purchase a hard copy. You can also subscribe to my channel on YouTube as well as on Podbean. And it does surprise me that in a population of 200 billion, I can get 1000 eligible and sane subscribers. It's a shame.